All right, I am excited to be here with Mr. Jay Simsek. He's been somebody I've been working with for a while. It's always great when you get the deal done. You've been really hustling. You looked at a ton of deals. I know he was ready to get his deal closed. So I'm excited to chat a bit about it today and get into a little bit of something that's unique about this one, where we connected him with somebody else who was in the network. They ended up kind of investing in each other's deals, which is a really neat thing. And I'm an investor in Jay's deal. So obviously I really believed in his deal. So Jay, tell me, kind of going back to the very beginning, I'm trying to remember how long ago it was, but when did you join the program, and what made you decide to join the program and try to buy business through us?
Yeah, so I think it was, I want to say that it was either June or July of last year that I got started. I think it was July.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I've been looking at. So I was successful a little bit with some online marketing, SEO type stuff, doing affiliate type marketing.
Yeah.
And it was all being done through SEO, and it just seemed like I was really doing no pay per click, but I was spending money on blog networks and things like that. And all the changes in Google constantly, hammering everything, it would change. You're constantly trying to chase Google and the search engines and trying to figure out what they want. I was doing okay. I was making some money, but the final changes happened, and they really kind of blew me up. And it's hard. It was hard for me to stay in front of that. I know there's some other people that have sites that got blown up, and then others have backups, but that took me out. I mean, completely. So I got to a point where I was looking for where can I start, and I happened to cross a couple of your videos on YouTube, and I was like, well, this guy sounds pretty good, and I started listening to some of the testimonial videos, like the one we're doing right now, sort of like the interviews like this, and I was like, you know what? Let me give him a call, and online business and offline business has always been, something up my sleeve. I do have a corporate job, but I want to break free from that, right? So it's always been a part-time thing, trying to do it. And I was like, well, you know what? I need somebody to mentor me. I need somebody to walk me through the process. And I met you. We had a call, and I was impressed, and I've been impressed ever since. And the rest is history. I wish it would have happened a little sooner, but the deal flow, the things that got put in the way, the things that got put in front of me, some just kind of fell apart, some didn't.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Finally got to it.
Yeah. And that's what I tell people. We get people at both ends of the spectrum. We definitely have people who come in and they get a deal really, really quickly. And I try to prepare people. It's like, hey, we can't control what we find. That's there's all upsides to this space, but the downside is we can't control what we find. But I do know consistently, if we keep at it, we will find something incredible that's a really, really great match. The other side of your story, man, is wow, we had a couple deals, and one I'm thinking of in particular that was just an amazing, amazing deal where literally we gave the seller everything they wanted. And it was such a good deal that basically, I won't go into too many details, but a family member of the owner was just like, no, you can't allow them to buy your business like that. Because we basically worked it out so you weren't bringing money to the table, whatever. And they just did not like that you were getting that deal. And literally, we gave them everything they wanted, and they walked away from the deal because they wanted you to have to pay cash, basically, which is what we don't believe in. So, yeah.
And what's funny is that deal was, we found that one early on. I was excited because I think that might have been, we were 2 months in.
Yeah.
And, looking at deals, refining the process, and that one came along. And this was a business that was about 4 hours away from me on the coast of North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm going to go out there and meet these guys and do the whole dog and pony show, so to speak.
Yeah.
And took the wife out, took my daughter with me, was a great meeting. Everything was looking good. They were excited. I was excited.
Yeah.
Thought the deal was going to go through, and you said it, man. We gave them everything they wanted, but it was almost like they felt it was too good, or I don't know.
They felt like you were getting too good a deal because the way we worked it out, they just did not like that you were going to be able to get a deal that way. And so it's something that's completely out of our control. But I also really wanted to get that close because it was so quick. We found it. It was going to be done. And you know, for me, I get excited when we get these creative structures and all that stuff. I do, however.
Do you want me to talk about that structure?
Well, I don't have to go into it because it was a little bit complicated. But I do feel like that you know, or you tell me, you know, compared to that deal, you know, we ended up with the deal, and actually I feel like it's a little better match. I think it's got some amazing potential for growth, and I think for your skill set may be an even better business. So tell me about how you feel about the deal that we ended up doing.
Oh shoot, man. I'm so excited. I'm really excited about the deal that we're doing here, and with a marketing background, with understanding the online space, having some copywriting background and things like that. You're right. I think this deal actually turned out to be I think a better opportunity long term and for significant growth. I think the growth of this, I'm pumped. You know, about how much I really think this business will grow. Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
But the way we all invested, you know, the different partners in this deal allowed me to free up some money to be able to get into two deals, ultimately allowing, you know, kind of almost like a don't put all your eggs in one basket, you know, kind of thing. And at the same time, there's so much growth opportunity in the other one, and there's some synergy there. So, holy smokes, man! I can't say enough about this. Really, I'm ready. You know, we just finished completing the transfer of the site and everything over to me today, and I've been waiting for that to complete before I start, you know, making any headway or changes or anything like that, and. Man, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So, you know, I like to give, and that's why I call these case studies. It's not just testimonials like, oh, it's the best thing ever and it's easy and it just happens and blah, blah, blah. It's like, this is real. You know, I don't do testimonials that are just like, oh, Ace to teach us some great stuff and I felt all warm and fuzzy. All of these are like deals that we actually get done. And in this deal in particular, man, when you look at the possible ROI, and you know, people talk about synergy, but I think the unique thing about this thing is like, it's not this elusive synergy. It's like instant money between those two businesses working together and doing some cross promotion and that kind of thing. It's like literally instant increase. So I'm really excited. I think we found the right deal. So
we definitely did. You know, one of the things about going through this process, you know, just working with you, I know, you know, obviously you jump in and you want everything to happen right away, but the time that it's taken for me, you know, there was some holidays in there, some vacation time in there, and also at the same
process. There also was another deal that got really close that we didn't even talk about. Yeah.
There was two total deals that we actually got real close. But the whole thing for me, each step allowed me to dig deeper in a learning process and really understand what my criteria was, what I really wanted, what made sense, and, you know, kind of what to look for myself, right, for the deal. So I think that the time it took me was perfect, you know, leading up to this deal. So I'm really excited and really pleased as well.
Yeah, that process does allow you to have some clarity, which once you find the deal, it allows you to be able to say, wow, this is it. This is the deal. So let's wrap it up, man. We don't have to go on. Tell me, you know, is this something actually you did refer a friend into the process. But is this something that, again, you would refer to other people and encourage somebody who thinks, wow, you know, I would rather just buy a business instead of starting, but that seems overwhelming if you feel like they would get some benefit out of this process?
Oh, shoot. Oh, gosh. So I think doing this process is 1,000 times quicker and easier than trying to start up a business from scratch with just an idea in hopes that that idea takes root. Being able to buy a business that's already running, that's already profitable, that's generating revenue, there's something to be said about taking over a business and instantly seeing money come into the bank account. You know now that this business is successful, it's running, and it's really up to you to either drive it into the ground, keep it steady, or grow it exponentially.
Yeah.
So I would say that this process is way easier than starting something from scratch.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for jumping on with me. You'll have to excuse my profuse sweat. I was telling Jay I'm working on a deal down in the Caribbean, and the room, it's actually a nice apartment, but the room with the best internet happens to be the room with the least air conditioning. So, yeah. But thank you so much for jumping on the call, Jay. I'm really excited. Thank you for letting me invest in your deal. You know, I get people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm excited long term to see this thing grow.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, Ace. Thank you.